Hey guys, this is Dinosaur Drawer, and today I want to show you guys how to draw the spinosaurus. And this is actually a little bit more to the more accurate side of the spinosaurus, because in the movie Jurassic Park 3, his hind leg is very large and he walks around on his hind legs, and that wasn't really what the spinosaurus did. For really, he only had very small hind legs, and he kind of lived his life like a crocodile, so he was in the water a lot of the time. And the reason that I drew this in with a mechanical pencil is just to show you guys that even with a pencil, even when you don't have a pen or a black pen, you just want to use your pencil, even with a pencil this could still look really good. So you could just use a pencil or a pen. It's all your own opinion what you like to use more. The reason why I like to use the pen a little bit more is because the pen makes the drawing look really dark. For example, if I take this one, if you look at the head, it makes it look really dark, and it's really clear to see the lines and stuff. And for the sake of the videos, so you guys can actually see the drawing more clearly and see the little details as well, I'm using the black pen. But you could still use any kind of pencil, as long as it is a graphite. Well, you could even use colored pencil. It's just all up to you. And also, I want to ask you guys something, because I'm planning to do when I'm about to hit 1,000 subscribers, and what I'm planning to do when I have the 1,000 subscribers, I'm planning to do a 1,000 subscriber special. And what I'm gonna do is create my own kind of hybrid, but I want you guys to be part of it as well. So that's why I want to ask you guys if you can put the names of a bunch of your favorite animals / dinosaurs, or maybe even prehistoric animals, I don't know, but just put a few names of your favorite animals in the comment section below, and then I'll pick a few out of them and try to create our own hybrid. So alright, let's get into the video. Okay, what you want to start doing is get the body of the Spinosaurus in the middle of the paper. So you want to make a line for how long his body is actually going to be, which is going to be about this long, and then his tail is going to be over here. His body will be about this long. His neck, should be about this long, and then his head should be from here. I'm just refining everything. I'm just trying to get the proportions right. Alright, so that's going to be about it. And then I'm erasing these lines. And now I want to make this a little bit more rounded, just a tiny bit more, and then his shoulder will be around over here somewhere. Let's see, about like something like this. And then his tail should be over here. Doing something like this. Let's get this right. Alright, so there we have his tail, and then his hind leg will be over here somewhere, and his neck should be over here. I truly hope that everything fits on the page, otherwise I'll have to make I'll have to redo this video, but there's no point in me actually telling you guys that, because if I have to do another part, you won't even see this one. So his hind leg goes something like this, and then it goes something like this, and here's supposed to be his foot already. And then over here we want to get his shoulder in at the right place. Refine this a little bit. Get his neck right. And let's start working on his head. And this is really yeah, I really find drawing heads very difficult. But maybe you could already tell from watching my videos. Let's see, this is supposed to be a little bit more like this. And then there's something like this over here. Alright. And then the lower jaw as well. Should be a little bit longer, actually. And I just keep refining everything because I'm not really happy with it yet. It needs to be a little bit thinner over here. Maybe this should be okay. I know that it really kind of looks awful right now, the head, but I believe that later on it should look good actually. Maybe we should change the angle of the head a little bit. Maybe it should go a little bit more like this. Well, I believe this looks a lot better right now. And then there's supposed to be something like this over here. And this is supposed to be a little bit more like this. Okay, and then over here is his eye ridge, his eyebrow. Over here we have something else as well. Don't know what it is. And then his head kind of goes like this. Okay. So there we have his entire head, which is way too big, by the way. It's way too large. Alright, I hope we can still erase everything, because his head is really large compared to his body. Okay, let's go again. I'm just going to get my other drawing and try to use that head as the reference. Okay, so his neck goes like this. Then this part goes like this also. Then we have the bottom jaw over here. Goes a little like this, but now we're gonna focus a little bit more on the upper jaw. Okay. Goes something like this. And it goes something like this. And this is supposed to be his upper jaw. And then he has, of course, this thing. And this looks a lot better. His head was way too big the way I drew it right then. Now let's draw his bottom jaw. Which goes like this. And then it kind of goes like that. Alright, yeah, this looks way better. Should have done this from the start. Then we have something like this over here. And then his nose should be straight up there somewhere. And his eye should be right there. And then just use the same technique later on, what I explained in yesterday's video. Alright, so now let's actually draw in the fin. The huge spine of the Spinosaurus. Well, let's just first put this in at least. And we can go back for the teeth later on. Okay, so his huge spine goes something like this. Pay close attention to what I'm doing right now. It goes up, and then it should be about this high when it starts to curve. Another curve, very pointy kind of curve, and then it should go down again. And actually it's supposed to be a little bit more like this. It should already be down over here. So we might actually draw this a little bit more like this. Okay, erase the lines that aren't necessary anymore. Oh. So what's going to be the most difficult of this drawing will be the proportions of his body and stuff. So what we're doing right now is the most difficult. This is going to take the longest. The detail isn't really going to take very long anymore, because well, when you draw the same kind of detail patterns over and over again, you kind of get used to it. So right here we have his kind of shoulder. And then what you want to do is draw his arm from out over there, something like this. Then draw another extension onto it. And then let's see, then you want to draw something like this over here, and there's gonna be some nails, some little fingers with claws on it. And what you could do is maybe do something like this, but that's a detail for later on. And now we want to actually get this done as well. Go something like this. something like that. Alright, and what I'm gonna do right now is, well, not right now, let's just first focus on I don't know, let's focus on the length of this hand again, because I seem to bring things out of proportion right now. I don't know why it is, but this is supposed to be a little longer over here actually, and then his arm goes something like this, and that's where his hand is attached to. This is where his hand is attached to, and then you can draw in those kind of claws and stuff. His hand over here. Alright. So that's kind of what it's going to be looking like. Now we want to draw in the other hand, which is about over here, and it should be about the same, doing almost exactly the same. And his other foot should also be somewhere around here. A little smaller than this one actually. Something like this. And I'm not really happy with both of his two hands yet, so I want to redo both of his hands. Okay. So his first claw should go something like this, and his second claw should go something like this, and the last one something like that maybe. Well, now we have a hand that is turned upside down, but that doesn't look good. I have to start from this side. I don't get it. I don't get why I can't get the hand right. This is going to be his first claw. Second claw over here. And his last claw over there. Well, this looks the best that I could do right now. Get his nails into it. Okay. So this should be okay for now. Maybe this one, should redo this one a little. Okay, this looks just a tiny little bit better. And yeah, I'll be back when I went over everything with a black pen. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back, and I went over everything with a pen. And if you're using a normal pencil, you can just skip this part. But what you do want to do if you're using a normal pencil is actually erase this, because I didn't go over this yet. Alright, so erase this part, not that it's completely gone, but that you can still see something. And then what you want to do is let's see, I'm just taking my reference again. So what you want to do right now is just create some of these kind of things. Just try to make sure that you don't put too much space between them, but you still have to be able to they can't be too little space either. So now just on every single of those things you can put a tip. Alright, and with the eye, do the same thing as what I taught you guys in other videos. Alright, and we're already at 30 minutes right now, so I'm just gonna put the teeth in and just doing the same as what we did with the Dilophosaurus. Just take the mechanical pencil and just draw in where his teeth are actually going to be. It stops about over there. And this stops about over there. And then just draw in the teeth. And over here, they kind of change angle just a little bit. He has some very nasty teeth over there. Do the same on the bottom jaw. And these teeth start over here. Also with a really nasty look onto them. Alright, and then you just erase the pencil lines. And when you're using a pencil, this part is going to be a little bit harder for you. But I have faith in you guys. Alright, so this was part 1, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye.